The contents of these suitcases is all the Fahan family have left. As Christians, the Fahans were persecuted in Iraq. But now their 3-year odyssey is over. They are among the 2,500 Iraqi refugees to be given a new home in Germany.
The most important thing I brought was this Bible.
Miriam Fahan and her family were given a choice by Muslim extremists, either convert or die. They decided to flee.
It was this Bible that helped me get to Germany. I prayed a lot with it and read it. That's why God eventually brought me here.
Fatin and Raid Fahan were reluctant to leave their home country. They only have a few photos to remind them of their old lives.
My life before the war was very good. I was a taxi driver. My children went to school every day. It was a normal life, and we had stability and security.
Baghdad, 1992. Raid and Fatin's wedding day. Raid drives a taxi, and the couple have their own home, until one day it was destroyed by a bomb. But it was not until after the U.S. invasion in 2003 that things really got bad for the Fahans.
We were afraid we would be killed. We looked death in the eye. We were worried about our children because we saw how other children had been killed. We as a Christian minority no longer had a future in Iraq. That's why we left.
Iraq's Christian community is regarded as especially at risk, so Germany offered a haven. It's the first time Iraqi refugees have arrived at this interim center, but the staff is prepared.
We've introduced pita bread into our menu because we think that's the type of bread Iraqis are more familiar with.
A gesture the Fahan family appreciate, but the most important thing for them is to feel safe and have a future. There are over 2 million Iraqi refugees living abroad, such as here in Jordan. The UN is helping the German authorities decide who will come to Germany.
We cannot resettle all the tens of thousands of people that have come to us, so we have to make a certain selection. Now, the way we do that is we look at principally at vulnerabilities, how difficult it is for these people in the country of asylum, in this case in Jordan.
The Lazim family also appealed to the UN for help. They are Mandians, a religious minority in Iraq who are facing the same oppression as the country's Christians.
Our children can't go to school. We don't have any work. And the 6 of us live in one room. Life is difficult. My sister-in-law and her family live in one room, and my family lives in another. That's why we would like to live in Germany.
They still have to wait, but they know their names are on the list of refugees Germany will admit. Back in Germany, the Fahans will soon be leaving the interim center. They have just been told whereabouts in Germany they'll be making their new home.
This is a map of the country where we are now, Germany. We're going to be sent to Westphalia. We don't know which city yet, but I've heard a lot of good things about Cologne, and that there's a lot of work to be found there, and a secure future for our children.
Their daughter Marian has not been in school for 3 years, but the 13-year-old now has big plans for the future. She wants to become a pediatrician, and she's already begun learning her first words in German.
Hi, ich bin Iraqi. Guten Morgen, guten Abend, Nacht, Dankeschön. بعد أتعلم بعد.
For the Fahans, Germany is like paradise, not just because they can attend church services once again, but because they can now finally lead their lives in peace and safety.